Setting the right foundation is very important, where as educators we have a bigger mandate. We are training children and young people who will be able to solve problems that do not exist yet. They are also going to fit into careers that currently do not exist. For that purpose, we are going for holistic education.
We are an early years Cambridge Center. It's a rigorous curriculum that helps learners to integrate both learning through play and structured learning in class. Early years in Key Stage 1 hosts learners from 1.5 years all the way to 7 years, turning 8. They have different activities during the day. A day for the early years starts at 8:30, and for Key Stage 1 starts at 7:45, where they come into the classroom. They'll find activities set for them by their teachers, and they will engage in unstructured learning in the morning before lessons start at 9, where they will have literacy or numeracy or a science lesson, project lesson for the little ones. Then they can start engaging in extracurriculum and clubs in the afternoon, and the day ends at 3:30 p.m.
Classroom management is very important in a class because it sets the tone for the day for the children. At our school, when the children arrive in the morning, they're given an opportunity to pick on any activity that they want. If they want to paint, if they want to draw, if they want to read a book. We also go through the timetable with the children so that they can be able to know how the day looks like. We tell them what the expectations are of the day. At the end of the day, we have a reflection time where the children say exactly what they feel about the day and what can be done better.
Learning is structured in levels. In early years, we have 4 levels. The first class will be PAL. This is for children who are transitioning from home to school as young as 1.5. So this is where play is real, and life skills start here. From feeding themselves is the goal, potty training as well. When they come to school, they don't necessarily must have been trained, toilet trained, so we do that. Then they go to Ruby. Ruby is a 2 to 3 year old class. This is also a skill-based classroom where they learn through play, they learn through sensory manipulative activities. They are engaged with, with the teachers, set sensory activities. They learn language, they learn through singing and a lot of outdoor activities as well. The third level would be Opal, 3 to 4. This is where formal learning starts. They will have their pre-reading and pre-writing skills through the activities they learn in Ruby. So here is where they will start interacting more with sounds, with numbers, and with writing, formally writing on a worksheet or on a workbook at that level. And also introduction of reading is done that, which is introduced through concepts of jolly phonics. Stories, songs is something we interact with. And by the time they're transitioning to the last level, which is Diamond class, these children will now be advancing to more learning, more reading, more complex mathematical concepts like subtraction, halves, learning days of the week, and independently now having to write their work.
At our school, we look at the domains of development very seriously. We look at the emotional aspect of development, where we have devotions. We celebrate birthdays of the child. We celebrate the academic success of the children. And we also celebrate the different milestones that the children have been able to achieve. We also look at the physical development, where we have different programs within the school. We have after-school program. We have coaches who help the children just to develop physically. We also have, of course, the intellectual aspect, which is very important because then that touches on the academic aspect of the children, where the children have a rich experience of the Cambridge curriculum. So the holistic development is supported by devotion. The children get an opportunity to sing songs, learn memory verses. They also get to act out the different Bible stories. We give them an opportunity to actually be able to do this so that we also develop their leadership skills at an early age, and also just to build their confidence.
We We are able to cater for different learners with different abilities because our class sizes are really small with the support of 2 teachers, but we also have facilities that help us in ensuring that we are also supporting them. Inclusion and extension is one of our main room that we use for learners in terms of supporting them in learning, where you have sensory activities, a calm down room, especially at this age where children are learning emotional regulation. It comes in to support them when they are having difficult time in adjusting perhaps to a routine, perhaps there's a change at home that we need to adjust, or they're having a tantrum. So we will go there and engage with them in different activities that are really individualized for them.
It is very easy to teach a child who is happy, and also very complex to teach a child who is not well regulated emotionally. So we usually have circle time where the children, of course, like early in the morning, where the teachers will sit with the children and just ask them how their night was and what they look forward to in the day. And also the children also just get an opportunity to just say what they really like and how they really feel. And in case, for example, a child is not feeling very well, the teacher will definitely get to the child and just, one-on-one, just ask the child what exactly is wrong.
Play is really important for children because children are naturally curious. The more environment you create for children to express themselves, the more they learn. We are developing their listening skills by exploring different materials around the school. They get to also understand there are things that I can do on my own. They also learn to ask for help. It's through the touch that they learn to get the vocabulary. It is through climbing that they get to know safety.
We have quite a number of activities. We have football, we have swimming, taekwondo, monkey gymnastics, skating, ballet, dance, just to mention a few. It is important for students to take part in these activities in that it helps them in physical development. You find that a child who participates in sports gets to grow physically and being a healthy child. They also gain skills like the social skills. They learn to share with their friends. They learn to cooperate. Sports have benefits for teachers as well. You find that a teacher who participates in sports acts as a role model to the learners. Also, it helps me as a teacher create a good rapport with my students.
We are training our students and challenging them to also expand their territories and see themselves as global citizens.
One of the key elements in the Cambridge curriculum is that a child needs to be confident. A child needs to be able to speak up and just say what they feel and how they took up the lesson. The children's voice is very important because it also gives feedback to the teacher. It also gives a parent an opportunity to know exactly what's happening in the school.
Parents-teacher relationship is really critical for us because it's through teamwork that we get to understand the child. When the parent comes and shares who their child is and we get to explore who the child is at school, together we are able to fully understand and fully cater for the needs of that learner.
My husband was looking for an international school while I was looking for a Christian-based school. Wood Creek offered that for us. Above that, we're also looking for a safe environment where our children can grow and a school that will be able to deliver children who are all-round persons in their later stages of life. For us also, character was very important. In terms of children, I will say we have seen them develop from one level to another.
We as a school believes that every child who comes through our gates is able to thrive and grow into the biggest person they can ever imagine, which is their full potential. We have partnered with 2 global leaders in education. We are now a member school of the Council for International School, which then puts us against the very best in the world. We are also partnering with Cambridge Assessments. Our teachers have been going through rigorous training on assessments. We are also able to access quite a wide range of resources that we'll be offering at these very early levels of education.
What drives me to work with young learners is to see them grow. When they come to school with so much curiosity. For me, is to create an environment for them to realize their full potential, seeing them grow from one stage to the next stage, develop one skill to another skill, seeing them being able to start with phonics, a word, a sentence, and by the end of year 2, these are children who can be able to even MC and run a production. It is the most fulfilling and rewarding thing for me.
Our vision, working together with the team of teachers and in collaboration with the parents, is to create an enabling environment where each and every child is able to thrive, but also to be society's transforming leaders. We believe that any child who has been through our school here can be able to fit in anywhere in the world and excel.